Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, good morning.
We couldn't get the podcast going
Morning,
yesterday.
guys. How you all doing?
Great. I flew in from England so I could sit next to Striker and do the podcast live. This is the dedication that we do to get our viewers to enjoy our podcast. We're transcending hemispheres, Lance.
Well, I know your favorite is.
Who's my favorite?
You're sitting next to Piers, so you flew all the way there to do a podcast.
Yeah, listen, I'd happily stay at your house, but to be honest with you, last time I stayed at your house, I nearly died, Lance. I mean, I got into a jacuzzi and not since the oaks were getting boiled in the Amazon. Anyone been boiled so much. Anyway, we're not going to talk about the jacuzzi today. Don't start laughing and crying again because of, in the history of mankind, you're the first oak.
Tell me about my brother's steaks before we go any further.
I was just in the middle of saying, in the history of mankind, you're the first oak to ever set fire to water. It would have been some phone call to the police station. Please come over.
Bad
My
signal,
is
boys.
on fire.
Bad signal.
Right. Lance, can you hear us? He's frozen. But we got lack of signal.
Okay, so we're good, eh?
Must be on his side now. Lance, can you hear us? Where are you?
You got a poor signal, guys. I got you static. Okay, I got you back.
Yeah, listen, we've got full...
Right, talk, Joey. Let's go.
Okay, Lance, firstly, you're right. I'm hearing your brother's in town, Brad, and anybody that ever goes to Dubai, if they don't visit his restaurant, then they're psycho, because it's genuinely the best steak I've ever had. In fact, I was in Dubai for 7 days. I think I ate there 5 times. It's fantastic. Yeah. What's it called, Lance? Hunter and Barrel.
Oh, well, that's good.
No, it's very good. Right.
Hunter and Barrel.
I know, that's right. Hunter and Barrel. So Brad's here at the moment. Joke's got a big golf tournament coming up next week, which is fantastic.
Bill and my sister have already left for Sandomir, and the fun starts Sunday.
The fun starts Sunday. So what are you doing? Oh yeah, you're away for the next 3 weeks. Okay, cool. Right, let's get going. We've got Scottsville this weekend. Great race meeting. Strikers won every race there in the past. Am I right?
Yeah, actually have. And in fact, the gold medallion is like one of my most successful races.
Is it?
Yeah, I don't know why. My first winner, I think, was for Ricky Maingard. Can't remember the horse's name. White colors, black spots. And funny enough, the horse won right on the outside, right on the grandstand side. And it's amazing how the going has changed through the years.
Yeah.
I think nowadays it's probably middle to inside. Yeah, don't know why, but yeah, I've had some good winners there.
Yeah, well, I think you've ridden winners everywhere. Guys, so let's get going. Let's start. We'll not flash, but we'll go through the races like normal. Race 1, and then we'll give a bit more time to the features. However, the main race this weekend isn't at Scottsville. Let's not like even beat around the bush. The main race is at Epsom.
Is it the Derby already?
It's the Derby already, China.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Gee, I've lost touch.
Anyway, we'll talk about the Derby. Let's go. Race 1, boys.
I'd love to.
Hey guys, I've looked at race 1. It's 5-1 the field. It's a tough race, but there's a jockey strike of note. Mzole Habib Zaki, I can't even pronounce his name, and now Fari. Burning Man. At 5-1, he's got to be the value.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
An open race.
I suppose that's why the betting is so wide, because nothing really stands out, and even your fancy, it's just.
Well, what race are you looking at, Lance?
First race.
Sorry, I mean race 2.
Anywhere in Ilali, yeah.
Yeah,
So,
I mean race 2, sorry.
They're like, no,
Oh, we'll do race 2 and then race 1.
yeah, I think race 1 is so difficult.
Race 1 is impossible.
Field race.
Right, I agree. But there's an improver there, number 10. I give that an improving chance on the first run. I think it's got an improving chance.
Yeah, this race is a quartet race. If I was a player, to be honest, I'd take a view that I'm either going to catch the quartet for 24 rand, right, or I'm going to catch a quartet that's going to pay 24 grand. It's one of those. It's that kind of race. It's got, you know, Goosen's got that elusive bell that's been there or thereabouts. Yeah, it's a tricky race to start the card. I think race 2 is a far more interesting race. So you found Burning Lance?
Well, I think it's an open race. It did run 8 lengths to the specialist, and I don't know how that form line's working out. At the minute, not too great. So I'm kind of hoping that it does do well, because I got the specialist running against Wahid. I'd much rather take on Bob if I had the choice, but unfortunately, I got to take on your best horse, Wahid. But yeah, that's my choice. I think a nice jockey strike and
and he's running so well, eh? Pierre, what do you? I mean, do you, from a purist, from a colleague's perspective, is he riding well?
Yes, look, I mean, obviously, you got to get the horses,
yes,
which he is getting. But the fact that when you ride so many horses and so many winners, you don't even have to think anymore.
Yeah, fair enough.
Like you just come out the pens and you get yourself into the race, into a rhythm. I mean, yesterday, for instance, the race he won for Roy Magna, one of the maidens.
Yes.
He was going to get caught wide, and he made his mind up very quickly, took the horse up to the front, and ended up winning the race.
Yeah.
So, you know, the horse won easy, but might have won with anyone else. But the fact that he makes the right decision at the right time, and that's why I said it's almost like it becomes like second nature.
Yeah.
Thinking
the confidence thing.
Yeah, of course, it's all of those things. But I do want to say one thing about Richard. I notice, and I don't have the stats in front of me, and I hope his agent is watching, because he probably will have the stats. But he is definitely one of the jockeys that circles fields the most.
Yeah.
I've noticed it quite a lot, that Richard goes when
others still sitting. Yeah.
When others are still sitting, and that's a very good characteristic, I think. I think Mace Robertson's Famous Warrior will be a big runner there, but I wouldn't be playing too heavy in a race where they're betting 5-1 the field. It's a good race with a lot of potential, but I think you give this race any of your hard-earned cash if you're desperate.
I found number 2, Daring Dash. I know it started first time out at 66-1, the next time at 125-1. But there's been some winners out of that fall.
Yeah.
That's actually the right horse, yeah.
Yeah.
There's 2 winners from Green Plains recently, and Burning Man's form looks a bit weak. I think the right horse is number 2.
Well, Daring Dash ran 4th. The horse that ran 5th will come to win its next start. And also ran 6th, Ridian. They rated quite a bit. So, you know,
Yeah,
that's the right horse.
It's a tricky race, eh? Tricky race.
It is.
Right, race 3.
Again, the betting suggests another open race. They got 3-1 Buzz Bomb, 3-1 Willow Express. Willow Express. I know Piers on it. Gee whiskers. I don't know when it won last. It says 748 days.
Well, let's see. If he doesn't like it, we back it.
Well, I don't know. I think Sean's trying to win another race with this horse for the owners. They're all my family. Craig, Zogby, Sean's involved. So I'm really hoping that wins. But another hard race, guys. I think it's a tough one. I don't know. I can't really. Another Fourie and Kotson partnership in Buzz Bomb. But again, a very, very tough race. What do you guys make of it?
Yeah, I thought this horse, Fire Tonic.
Yeah, I found that as well.
Was, I don't know what they've done with it, but they've clearly figured out what held it up. You know, not many horses win 2 in a row, eh? but more importantly, this horse likes Scottsville, and it's going round. It's a 4-year-old, and I'd be anchoring that in some of my swingers and quartets and that kind of thing. Maybe not necessarily to win, but I think around about the 8-1 mark. Fire Tonic for me looks a horse that can be there or thereabouts. And of course, listen, you're ignoring Fourie at your peril. Yeah, Fire Tonic for me, Pierre.
I'm also going with Fire Tonic. When he won his maidens, there were a couple of winners behind him. And his last start, there's also been 2 winners out of that form line. So yeah, he looks the right horse, because I mean he's a 4-year-old, so somehow there could be still scope for improvement.
Yeah, correct.
I don't normally like to I mean Will Express, there is some form that he should be right there in the money, but he's a 6-year-old. Like, how much more does a 6-year-old improve? You know?
Yeah.
And if anything else, it's a handicap. If there's anything else with a bit of improvement to come, surely they should beat horses that are already in the place.
Yeah, correct. Okay, race 4.
The Allison Wright combination's also got some sort of chance from a
No,
while.
listen, and they're on fire. That stable's churning out winners all the time. You know,
tough start to the day, guys, I think.
yeah, it's a very, very tough start today. Let me tell you this horse of Allison Wright's Iron Will. Let me tell you how good this horse is. This horse beat Money Heist.
It must be good.
When we elected to run Money Heist, 200 million kilos under sufferance. Do you remember, Striker?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you had Striker on as well.
We had you on, and this beat us a short head.
And 2 of overweight.
And you were overweight.
Never, ever happen again.
If I decide it will happen, it will happen. No one could stop me.
True.
We had
I'm talking that Iron Run will beat Money Eyes.
Oh, never. Even that day. I mean, they got the money. They backed that horse that day. They got the money, and they got the gloating rights. But the reality was, you know,
You got experience.
We got experience, and Pierre wasn't overly. I mean, we had a plan, and hey.
But he was still learning there.
Yeah.
Because he was still pulling hard, and then you want to get him in the race, and then
Correct.
So then you want to relax him, and then he drops too far back. So
yeah. He's been a lovely horse, but quite complicated. Like one of his owners, funnily enough. Right, race 4.
Sure. Good luck to you.
Listen to me. There's a horse here that really aggravates me. And my brother here has ridden this horse 1,000,000 times. And your brother trains it. What is wrong with this horse to the rescue?
I think he's overrated.
He can't be
Sean.
rated. He's got no fucking rating, man.
yeah, well,
He's just his expectations are better than he performs.
Yeah, he's a horse with a lot of issues.
Oh, okay.
He's got to go to the start with a pony. He stands awkward in the starting stalls. When the stalls open, he doesn't jump. Then he wants to over race. Then he wants to run off the track. And he also doesn't get going quick enough.
Right.
I don't think Scottsville is really going to be in his favor. He's also not the best handicap horse in the race.
No, I know, but I was just asking about this horse because I don't know the family. Well, I know who they are, the Becks, and I mean, they're institutions in racing. This horse clearly stays all day. I wonder if they consider leasing him to me so I can take him over hurdles in England.
Yeah, you enjoy that because you've got that climb action.
Yeah, he's got that action, doesn't he? Sean, if you were listening to the podcast, let's get him in at Cheltenham next year. Right. On a serious note, this is another tough race. I thought personally that Mr. Kannemeyer with Continental Express was a big runner in this race.
Sorry, I always see middle stakes. It's not a handicap. It's a conditions race. And
Correct.
the fillies are always better off in this type of race.
Okay.
And if you go according to merit rating, it's basically a 2-horse race. It's either Poor Little Rich Girl or Ballroom Bliss. I mean, Ballroom Bliss ran 3rd to Sarki, who they're looking to run in the July. So, I'm going to lean towards her.
Yeah.
Poor Little Rich Girl, I think maybe didn't have Didn't have it her own way last time. Now she's drawn 1, so she could improve a lot.
Okay, so Striker's going for Ballroom Bliss. I'm giving Continental Express a chance. Lance has got horses with Parent, so maybe he's got the insight
Yeah.
for the viewers.
Come on, Lance, tell her.
No, I haven't, to be honest. I only really speak to Barent on my own horse.
Okay.
Listen, at the last podcast, I said to you, Saki's going to prove weak. So I was right last time. I'm
Yeah.
going to stick with my Saki being a weak form line. I think 3 in a row for Vian's bomb.
Yeah,
Again,
listen, we spoke to Gareth the other day, and obviously this is one of the horses that he likes in his yard, Vian's Bomb. Yeah. I mean, that
So I think 3 in a row.
yeah, excuse me. And, you know, over distances, you can start getting horses that build up consistent form, I think, more so than in sprints, because I don't think we've got enough stayers in the country. Right.
Enough good stayers.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah. Okay, right, gents. Now the action starts. Race 5. The Alan Robertson. Funnily enough, a race that I really, really like. So if you don't mind, I want to start because the favorite is trained by Dean, ridden by Craig. And I know people enjoy watching our podcast, and I like giving a little bit of advice. I learned a long time ago, Pierre, that when I listen to commentaries to study form, when I watch races to study form, I turn off the commentary.
Because it influences you.
Because, yeah. Okay. And it doesn't matter if it's a South African commentator or a British commentator, it doesn't matter. It's not about the commentator. Sometimes it's about the emotion and the words that they use. This horse arrived at Gravel with a big reputation, and the commentary just made it sound like it was a super impressive win that day. Okay. And to be fair, the horse did win by 4 lengths. I wouldn't have this horse as favorite for tomorrow. I'm not like always going to go against Mr. Canamea because I think they're great, fantastic stable, right? But I wouldn't have had this horse as short. So I think this is a really, really good renewal of the Alan Robinson. I think the horse you riding Striker's got a chance, Kindred. I think Joey Soma. Sorry?
I don't rate my filly at all.
You don't rate her at all. Okay.
She was supplemented, so we can have her run in and see how good she is. She's taken a long time to win a race. She's a small filly.
Yeah.
She managed to win a race, and after that we took a chance, and she ran second to Little Ballerina. But if you've noticed, Little Ballerina is not running in this race. She apparently was very sick.
Oh, shit.
When she won. She even beat us being a very sick horse.
Oh, shit.
So the fact that we got that close is deceiving, but we're not there just to go for the fun, and any check will help.
Any check will help. Okay, well, listen. Robin's horse, Frozen Fantasy, is a nice horse. Sean's horse, Rodeo Drive's a nice filly. I mean, yeah, Lance, I wouldn't have had this filly this skinny in the betting. And don't discount Barron's horse.
Joe, I must be honest, I agree with you. I know she beat my horse who came out and won impressively last week. And they think the world of this horse, but I don't like it at all.
Yeah.
I see plenty runners in this race. Quid pro quo. I respect Symphony and White. I make this a very, very tough race. And my first choice is Sean's horse. First choice, Rodeo Drive. Oh, that looks like a fancy for Rio and everything. That's my first choice. I know Sean a few weeks ago.
Fiery Pegasus.
He said he wishes he had a little bit more time with his horse, but he's rushed it a bit. But it looks like he's got her there, and she looks like a nice runner on Saturday.
Yeah, and you also.
Yeah. Alonso. I mean, Fiery Pegasus has beaten Rodeo Drive, and it was only a second start. And I was actually meant to ride her.
I remember that.
I was meant to ride her, but remember I ride for Arun Chadha and Born Rippin, and that's the reason why on Kindred Heart. So Fiery Pegasus is a nice filly. I mean, and she's finished in front of Rodeo Drive already. Only thing she's a little bit, she's very hot. So, you know, is she going to turn up a little bit too frisky on a day and might affect her chances? But yeah, I just find it a very
Yeah, I remember that race, eh?
This is
Radio Driver's
great,
first run, he nearly jumped over the inside fence.
yeah.
So
This is a good
you
horse
get
race. This,
yours on a straight path. So I don't think she'll beat her again. That's my opinion. And I don't think the fact that she beat her by 0.25 is realistic. Now that this was third run in, I think it's a big run now. See, it's 12-1. Yours is, I mean, the other one's 20-1. The favorite is way too short. Joe's spot on.
Lance, I promise you, if this favorite wins this race, right, this will be one of the strongest form lines this year, because this is a really good racehorse, a really good race, really top. There's a real good spread of 2-year-old fillies here. There really is. So if she pulls it off, fair play to her, but I couldn't be taking that price. I'd rather be doing, I don't know what price it is, but I'd rather take even money, Roger Drive 4 places, for example, than taking 14 to 10 team contest to win all day long and twice on Sundays. That's my view on this race.
She'll never start 14-10, Joe. She'll start closer to 2-1. So
yeah, exactly. I
that's my
agree.
opinion.
Yeah, I agree. Okay. The next race, the Gold Medallion, the Colts version. Yo, what a lacquer race this is. I get excited with this day, Pierre, to be honest.
Yeah, because you know these are the horses that you are going to see in the rest of the season.
Yeah. What are you thinking here, bro?
Well, I'm going to talk about my own horse first. I'm riding Believe in Fate. He's a very nice horse. The first time I rode him out, he was very green. He didn't know what to do, and he got going very late. The next time, he won very well. I don't know if he's quite ready for these, like, sort of big races. They're rough races, you know, because the guys go out and they jump and they go and everyone's looking for position and they cut you off and whatever. For that reason, I'm leaning toward Pistol Pete. I'm gonna forgive him for his run last time, but I mean before that he's done nothing wrong. Obviously, horse like Simric, he's won at Scottsville already. Yeah, but it doesn't stop there. But those are my two that I'm leaning towards at the moment.
Okay, interesting. Lance?
I see the race is very open. I think Piers also has got a realistic chance, making huge improvement. I'm not enamored about Simric. I know that the last run he won, it was a listed race, but wasn't the greatest form line in the world. I mean, there were 6 or 7 horses of memory. Yeah, correct.
Yeah.
I'm very impressed with this horse. One more on its debut. Did everything wrong, still won. So that for me looks like he could be anything.
Well, it beat
that's my first choice.
No, it beat Mal's
I know what.
4 lengths, you know.
Listen.
It meet Gorgeous Clan.
Yeah. Let me tell you.
Beat your horse by 4 lengths. So this is a really nice race. But my first choice is one more in an open race. I don't like Pistol Pete. I think maybe the 1200 Scots will find him out, but I could be wrong. And I respect Sean and Ferry again. Proceed. So for me, one more Proceed and Strike. Believe in Fate.
Wow. So I'll tell you how good one more is, right? You'll never beat Wahid again, that's for sure. Okay.
I see all those winners.
Yeah, I do see all those winners.
Wow.
One more is a horse I'm really looking forward to seeing run this weekend. I really am. And I think the Gauteng horses will run 1-2. Yeah, I think one more will confirm his form with Believe in Fate. At 20-1, like, I know you're saying the horse is developing or whatever, but Joey doesn't have the ammunition he had 30 years ago, but he certainly knows how to train and place a racehorse. Okay. And again, if you can get 4 places, Believe in Fate, or even if somebody giving you 5 places, I'd be lumping on that, because it's got a good draw. It won a really impressive race last time out. But I'm super excited, Lance, to see one more run, because it's going to drag in all the horses that ran behind it. Gorgeous Klein, okay, didn't run so well yesterday, but Believe in Fate, Waid, Wild at Wars in this race as well, isn't it? Yeah. So,
Yes.
yeah. For me, the Gauteng horses will dominate, yeah. Okay.
And you're getting value, 5 to 1.
And you're getting value, yeah. Okay, right. Race 7.
Certainty.
Certainty. Jeez, because we
Oh,
have
come
never
on.
played
No,
a-
that's this you got to record and keep as a
Yeah, boy.
historic occasion.
Go on, striker.
This I got to hear.
Number 4.
Because I make a horse a good thing here.
Number 4, October morn. How can it lose?
Okay.
Well, enlighten us, it strikes, please.
I mean, she's beaten Asia Pambili. Double Grand Slam. I mean, like, and that was the 1400s. Second to double Grand Slam. We know how good she is. And then she finished second to Winter Cloud, 2 kilos better off. She's drawn on the right side of the track, where Winter Cloud and her have got the highest medal rating in this field. So they should fight it out. But just because of the 2 kilos turnaround and the better draw, I'm going with October morn. Hard to beat.
What's the pulling weights with Asia Pambili and Tobermorn?
Sia Pambili, let's get there.
+1.
So last
And
time
Octobermorn is plus 3.5.
she's gone up 3 kilos and
1 kilo.
2 kilos. Yeah.
If she beats Asia Pambili, I'll fall off this chair.
Really?
Only thing,
This is the best podcast out there because Oaks, listen, viewers, we don't fuck around here. This Oak said it's a certainty. The other Oak saying he's going to fall off the chair. Nobody else talks like this. I'll tell you what, in this race, the only way you get through this race is if you put the field.
now I'm strong on Asia Pambili. I know the 13 might be against it, but wow, that last win was a big win, and the weight pull with October Morn should be enough, even with the draws. And I know what Sean thinks or thought of this horse. And I've had lunch with him a few times, and he said to me, "This is a group filly." So that for me is the bet. I could be wrong in the sense that the draw comes up shocking on the outside, and then my chances of winning are that much less. But I think by then the jocks will know how to race, and she'll pull in, and she'll be more towards the inside than the outside.
Okay.
And my second choice is Winter Greeting.
Yo,
That's me, gents.
yo. I'd rather have Mrs. Brown in, but I'm putting field here for you two Oaks because I love you both, but I can't. This is a hard race. Hard race.
And if you think Lucky Lad is a certainty in the next race, why hasn't Winter Greeting got a chance? I mean, finished 1 length behind Lucky Lad.
100%.
So
100%. Right. Field, Banker, October, Banker, Sia Pambili.
Hey, but what about my filly, White Pill? She's probably better, more of a 1400. But I mean, this is a feature race. You've got to take your chances. Maybe they go so fast that she catches them at the end.
Yeah.
She's not that far out at the weights.
100%.
So
you've gone from certainty to putting in 2.
No, place. No,
Oh, place. Right, guys, race 8.
You know, Joe, Pierre, you said it was a good renewal, the races before. This is the strongest renewal of the filly sprint in a while.
No, this isn't
I think this is a really, really nice race.
What, race 8, you mean?
No, race 7.
Oh, race 7. Yeah. No, it's
Yeah,
a
it is. It's
great race.
No, race
That's a
7.
great race. Yeah, 100%. I
Race
mean,
7, the South African filly sprint is one of the better renewals.
yeah, 100%. Agree. I mean, we haven't even mentioned Tony's horse, One Fell Swoop. I mean, it's a proper.
Even the young horse, Winter Cloud.
Yeah.
Right, race 8. I'm with you. This is overs.
One horse
I'm
race.
going to pull a strike on you boys. This is overs.
One horse race.
Which horse?
Overs.
Overs.
You
Lucky.
can go for Sean and for again.
How?
I promise you, because I interviewed Sean. I don't know if you attended that interview.
Yeah. Look,
He thinks this is probably the best horse in his yard, reading between the lines.
so I spoke to Richard Free yesterday, and he was super confident. He says, this is a top horse. He'll mow them all down. But, I mean, what about a horse like Sergey? I mean, he's carrying 54.5 kilograms. When last has he carried that? Has he ever carried that weight? So, and look at the weight difference.
No,
No weight difference with
No weight
Lucky Lad.
difference,
He's
that's
out.
what I'm
He's
saying.
out at the weights with Lucky Lad.
Okay, but that was his 3 months he had a rest.
Yeah,
First run up in Joburg.
yeah.
I think now back in
You're clutching at straws here, Brett.
and drawn 3. Why not?
Because I don't know what went wrong with Lucky Lad. I can't remember. But this horse was a machine as a 2-year-old.
I'll tell you.
Tell me.
No, never mind. No, he hurt himself. He had the operation. That's not what I'm talking about. What went wrong with Lucky Lad the day he beat Sergey is everything.
Okay. Yeah,
He
listen.
tried to go out. He ended up no space. He ended up going in. He made 6 lengths up. It was almost as good a ride as Pierre winning on Thunderstruck the other day.
Almost.
Well, I thought your ride was better, to be honest, because I think you worked out they were going to come back to you and you didn't panic. But Lucky Lad is just that good that he got up that day. And I think he's coming in to the minute.
Good
And
point.
he's won at the track.
Yeah.
And he's 5-2. And again, I'm on for yeah, mommy.
Me too. Certainty. Right, let's do the last race quickly.
No, that's overs. That's the easiest race on the day.
Yes, so
Oh, yeah.
the Oaks are getting
LNB.
money, yeah.
LNB, is that why it's favorite? Because you own it. It's your favorite.
Go on.
Look, she's well. He's putting her over the trip because there's a minor feature at the end of the season. So he says he's hoping that she does really good. She can win, and if she does, she'll be coming back to running a listed race. But definitely not overs. I'm teasing you guys. It looks a tough race. There's a lot of weight pulls.
But you can tell the viewers that there was something that Sean worked out with this filly, and he feels that he's on top of it now.
Yes, he told me that he's going to work on her back. She wasn't, he
Yeah.
thought she looked well, but she wasn't performing well. He found a problem.
Correct.
He's worked on her. Her last run was absolutely the best. She strode to the, she stretched to the start. She came back even better. So look at Scottsville, guys. Scottsville first time found out a lot of horses. So she's well. She's doing well. She's in a good space. And we're hoping for a win, but it's not over Skadovers. It's a tough race. Yeah. And there are 1 or 2 weight pulls. I've done a lot of form in this race, obviously, because it's my horse.
Yeah.
And the 1 got a -1, the 3 on the Celtic Beauty, the 2's -4, the 8 is -3, and then you go another run, you got the Escapology run is +5, the 1, the 2 is +4. Tough race, very tough race. And then the bottom weight's drawn, well, not the bottom weight, joint favorites drawn 14 out of 14.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's a hard race. I think it's a hard race. But if I was going to do anything in this race, I would be taking swingers 1 and 2, Wonderful and Escapologist. And if I had the desire to be in a get-out situation, I'd be backing the Escapologist. Mark Dixon, Cole Dickin, not a yard and not a jockey that I'd often go for. But these are also, this is a horse that I think is running really consistent, running really well. And it'll be there or thereabouts. And at a price of 12-1, you can do far worse than having a few each ways on Escapologist.
Mark had a winner the other day, Mark Dixon, eh?
Yeah. I mean, what I'm saying is, like, he doesn't have 100 horses probably. So, like, I wouldn't be choosing his horses often.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I think he's a pretty good trainer, and I don't know Cole Dickin very well. I don't think he rides 1,000 horses a year either. But I think this horse's whole form, 55 kilos, I think, at 12 to 1. I think this is a really, really solid each way bet. Yeah.
No, for me, I can't find a winner. It's just so difficult. So I'm going to go with the draw, and I'm going to finally agree with you, Joe. 1 and 2.
Oh, based on draw.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's just finish that last race. So Piers opted for the draw as a tactic, 1 and 2. I think 1 and 2 swingers, quartet, double float, that the usual game. Lance?
Oh, boys, if you're going for the draw 1 and 2, I'm going for the best horse in the race, number 3.
Okay,
She's got the,
1, 2, and
draw,
3.
she's in form, and I think she'll win again. That's it.
Well, Lance, I think the question is, if
I'm
Sean's
going for my own filly.
if Sean's going to nominate her in the future, he must obviously rate her. And this is not a feature race, so then she must be the horse to beat.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, Pierre, the last few runs have been below par as far as Sean is concerned. So
Yeah,
he in his mind thinks he's got to the bottom of her. Saturday will tell us. But again, Scottsville has found out many a horse.
yeah.
So I'm hoping that, she's an easy horse to ride. You've got to keep her covered. She's got a nice finish. And Craig Zaki rode a pearl of a race last time. Let's hope he does the same. And if she's good enough, she'll win. Nice race, though. Nice step
Very
up
lucky.
for her.
Yeah, look, it's a tough card for the viewers, but there's some nice price horses. Richard's having a go. It's a good card. Right, let's move on to the main race of the day now. Come on. The 4:30 at Epsom.
The Derby.
The Derby.
Right, talk us through it, Joe. Just tell me who's the favourite and who owns it, and I'll tell you if it can win.
Troy is the
City of Troy.
City of Troy.
Aidan O'Brien, Ryan Moore. Stone last in the 2,000 guineas.
Gee, that run a poor race, eh?
Yeah, it did. But the PR machine was on it straight away.
What was the problem?
Oh no, Aidan said he made a tactical error and he treated him like a champion and he shouldn't have. I mean, the fact that they always drop the word champion in it.
Only champions win the Epsom Derby.
I beg your pardon?
Only champions win the Epsom Derby.
Up until about 40 years ago, I think that was the case. I mean,
40 or 20?
20 even. Pour moi, motivator. I mean, we've had some soup meat winning the Derby, eh? We really have.
The stars.
Yeah, see the stars. But we've had a lot of Derby winners now end up becoming national hunt sires because we are, even in Europe now, we're breeding more speed. The money is, we're definitely breeding more speed. The money's at the Breeders' Cup. The money's in Hong Kong. The money's in, do you know what I mean? Like,
what do they race for tomorrow, Joe?
Lance, tomorrow, the winner gets, I'll let Pierce say it because he's used to seeing big numbers like this.
880.
Don't do a zoom on us, Pierre.
882,000 pounds.
Yeah, to the winner.
To the winner. Is that to the winner of the stakes?
No, that's
To
the winner.
Jeez, so what's that? 16
16 million, 20 million
Oh,
rand.
20 million rand.
Yeah, 20, yeah. 23 to 1.
Yeah.
Wow.
Right, so we got a bit of controversy in this race as usual, because City of Troy comes from a shocking run in the 2,000 guineas. Okay, he's got a horse called Los Angeles in the race. Now, a little bit of information for those people that don't know. The way they name their horses, Pierre, they only get named when they actually have been assessed.
Meaning?
So they'll come into the training, etc., etc. As soon as they go, okay, well, this has got potential, blah, blah, blah. That's when it gets its name.
Okay.
Because I'm sure people are wondering, fuck, how the hell do these guys get these horses into the group races always with super cool names? They get named as close to their debut as possible. Okay. So that's how they get horses like Los Angeles. I mean, it's an amazing name, but they didn't waste it on a horse that couldn't run anywhere.
Yeah.
Okay.
Australia.
Australia, yeah, beautiful names. For me, the betting tells you this is the biggest, a very open derby. Okay, as usual, Pierre's never ridden the track, but we discussed it yesterday.
Place bet.
No,
72.
no. Two place
Oh,
bet.
two place bet.
Yeah. Pierre walked the course, and I'll ask him to tell the viewers what he thinks, why it's such a hard race and why it's such a tricky course to win. But we've got a different thing that's happened here. We've got number one, Ambient Friendly, okay, who won one of the trial races, and it's been a huge furore in England because Callum Shepherd won on him, and the owners have taken him off and put Rav Havlin on, Robert Havlin, but they call him Rav Havlin. Now, this has caused widespread debate. Should they, shouldn't they, wada. And I'm suspecting at 4:40 on Saturday afternoon, we'll know were the owners right.
Yeah.
But we will never know.
So the pressure must be on Rob Evelyn. Right?
Yeah, but obviously he's second rider for John Gosden. So he's, he probably wouldn't have too much of a problem dealing with pressure. For me, I can't have City of Troy. I can't have Ancient Wisdom. I think Ancient Wisdom, trained by Charlie Appleby, ridden by William Buick, sadly, is their second choice in the race. Their first choice in the race won at Chester and very, very sadly broke down straight after the race. That potentially could have been their next big horse. So they've come in with us. I give Los Angeles a big chance. I give Ambient Friendly a huge chance. And after that, it's very, very tricky because you've got a horse like Voyage, only had one start, 20-1. And then you've got the usual Aidan O'Brien pace setters coming in, and horses like where owners are just saying, listen, I want to have a runner in the race, so please put Table Talk in. It's 100-1. For me, it's a two-horse race.
The horse that won the 2,000 guineas, eh? Who was it? Is that in the race? Because that's
not in the race, huh? No. Okay. The horse that won the 2,000 guineas, you can follow that horse. For those guys watching, that horse is called Notable Speech. And one thing I do like about, well, it seems to be a problem with interviewers all over the world. When a horse wins a big race, straight away, oh, do you think it'll go further?
Mm-hmm.
But both Buick and Appleby straight away said, no, he's a miler. So I would put Notable Speech in my notebook. He'd probably run in the St. James's Palace or the Coral. He'd run in a mile race at Royal Ascot. I think that would be his next target. But yeah, look, City of Troy was most disappointing that day. He ran 9th. And the comments are, trainers rep said, regarding the poor form shown, the colt became tired on his seasonal reappearance in a strongly run race. Okay? Now, racing in the UK and Coolmore, the way they race, it's not just about the race. It's about the stallion prospects, etc. So they're always going to put the PR machine out. Look, if he comes back to win, then fair enough. You muted, Lance.
Yeah, talking about.
So tell us,
what price is he?
What price is who? City of Troy, 7-2, Lance. They're betting 7-2 City of Troy, 4-1 Los Angeles, okay. 6-1 Ancient Wisdom, 13-2 Ambient Friendly, and then 12-1 Bar.
All right, look, 7-2 in the Derby is a short price, eh?
Yeah.
What I saw last time, you got to take him on.
Yeah, I think so.
That's just what I saw.
So Pierre walked the course.
Yeah, I rode there in 1999 for a month.
Last century, say it like that.
And yeah, I didn't manage to get a ride there, but I walked the course. And when you get to the starting stalls, it's quite an uphill for about 600 meters. But it also, the stalls is also you jump away straight, but it gives you a kink to the right.
Yes.
And then all of a sudden it turns to the left, and you climb and climb all the way to the top. And then the horses have to go downhill at an angle, left-hand bend.
Tattenham Corner,
and there's a road that they have to cross over. and apparently numerous horses have slipped or stumbled, and then you go down into the straight, and then if you're on the inside of the rail, that's quite a gradient. The inside is lower than the top.
Yes.
So if horses come out for a run, they tend to run down the middle sort of the track for a while, and then when they start lugging in towards the end, so you either lug in because now you're catching the downhill again, or you're going to make sure that no one comes past you on your inside. But and I think if it rains, obviously the higher point drains quicker.
Correct.
So that's why they come out. But the gradient is so much that they tend to just run towards inside, and then the last, I would say, 100 meters is an uphill climb again. So it's a really tough race. Number one. Number two, your horse has got to be so super balanced and a proper racehorse, because you can eat a bad, how can I say, bad step or corner badly, and you've got to adapt very quickly. When I rode in the UK, I must say the horses were often on the grass. They used to gallop, and they would adapt very quickly. Where South African horses, because we're always on the sand and around the circle, and the going's very, how can I say, similar all the time. In the UK, those horses have to adapt because it's very undulating tracks. It's almost like an obstacle course, not a great race course.
My laptop's about to go flat, but I'll tell you guys something else interesting about Epsom and a lot of UK race courses. From the winning line to a brick wall is only about 300 meters.
Yeah.
Because over here, these guys, all of us, we sit, go, and a horse is doing its absolute maximum speed at the end, but he's still got sometimes 600 meters or 700 meters to be pulled up.
Yes.
In England, they've run their race at the finishing line, and they just then go through the motions. I mean, even Cheltenham, from the winning line to the brick walls, 250 meters.
Crazy.
You know, so we don't have a big pull-up area, or horses don't keep going round and round the track at a course like Epsom, for example.
No, it's not a circuit.
It's not a circuit, it's not a circuit at all. 100%. Look, it's been a great day. I'm going to go for those two horses. Lance, you going to watch the race?
Yes, of course. Now that I know it's tomorrow, I'll have a look. I'll get a little bit involved. And the phones will be ringing. It'll be nice. It's a great race. It always is.
So Los Angeles and ambient friendly for me.
I think it's off at 5:30 tomorrow afternoon.
5:30 South African time, Lance, again, we'll put up whatever offer you have for the viewers. It's time for me to say goodbye. Thank you, guys. And
good punting.
Good punting.
Thanks, guys. Play well. We'll chat soon.